All right, this Hangout on Air is live. It is Tuesday, March 27th, 2018. Welcome to all of you. As I mentioned this afternoon, I would probably just do a short chat tonight, so I wanted to sort of honor that, what I put out there. Hey, Corey, nice to see you, honey. I really loved seeing you eat that fish from the mosque. That was interesting. The more you ate, the better it got. It was really a cool video. Sean, how you doing? Hey, Richard, Mikey, Mike, nice to see you. Kind of the things that I really enjoy seeing on YouTube. Hi, Vicky, nice to see you, sweetie. How is everybody tonight? Just came off of TR's chats. Always fun on Tuesday nights. I really enjoy them over there. So I hope everybody's having a good evening tonight. Yeah, it looked good. You're like, what is this black stuff on here? What is this? Is this sperm? What? Yes, that's your son. Like, just give it a try, you know. I love that. I said, commented. Best part of it for you, Corey, was trying to get that fucking aluminum foil off of that thing. I really enjoyed that. Hey, Deb Diora, nice to see you. Yeah, we cut. Hey, Diane, nice to see you. Yeah, we're going to be making. It was potent. We're going to be making Jinx's strawberry shortcake, but we're going to do a couple. I know you were. We're going to do a couple tweaks on that to sort of run it up a little bit. Problem with strawberry shortcakes is most people's idea of a strawberry shortcake is you make some sponge cake, you put some strawberries on it, then you put some whipped cream, then another layer of sponge cake, and then strawberries, then whipped cream, and then strawberries on top. And it's not, there's no real integration of all the ingredients. They don't marry well. And there's a certain way that you have to make strawberry shortcake that incorporates strawberry jam. It incorporates doing something with the strawberries to make them more elegant. So, oh man, you need some cheer. You've been surfing the obituaries all evening. Good Lord. That's a cheery thought. Yeah, I'm kind of busting out of his top, I know. Trying to get this lighting fixed up here. To just restrict myself to a couple beers tonight. So that's what we're going to be making Friday night. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be not like other strawberry shortcakes that you've seen because they're just, hey, Chloe, oh, pardon me, they're just not integrated enough. They don't come together enough. It's not enough to just put some, then you're almost like Sandra Lee. Remember Sandra Lee from the Food Network? Her whole approach to cooking and baking was to take already shelf done products and put them together. Hey, Warren, nice to see you, sweetie. Was to get store-bought ingredients and store-bought finished products and put them together into new creations. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we need to doctor up those strawberries, get fresh strawberries. We need to whip up our own cream. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make a nice, we're going to make ourselves a really nice cake there. So yeah, Mike's like, when you get older, that's how you keep up with friends. Make a sour orange pie. Hey, Kevin Chambers, nice to see you. When you think of oranges are very problematic when it comes to baking. Very problematic. You can make candied orange peel. You can do orange is a very difficult flavor to convey into baking. It does not have the punch of lemon. No, I didn't see any wigs, Beck. As long as I'm not sharing mine, I'm okay with that. I saw Dave was on this afternoon. I had a little bit of an afternoon chat, and Dave was on for a couple minutes this afternoon from watching on the screen there at the hospital or whatever. So all the best to you, Dave, if you're watching out there. Yeah, so we're gonna have fun. Let's see. Kevin says I watched the cooking show where they use concentrate orange juice and lemon juice to make the pie. Yeah, it's gonna have a strawberry glaze on it. It's going to be definitely a notched up Jinx. It's not gonna be just stuck on a plate with just alternating layers of sponge. I mean, I've already picked up a significant number of ingredients there. I can give you one key. You want to definitely use jam because jam intensifies fruit flavor and it's a real step up. You want to have something that has a little bit of elegance to it. Yeah, made a lemon pie with frozen lemon juice and cream cheese. That would be good. We had pie all the time. Yeah, orange zest is good on pound cake, but boy, when you talk about baking, you cannot compare the strength and punch of lemon with orange. I just find you're not going to orange pies. Anybody ever really heard of an orange pie? It's almost unknown. Hey, Cheech, nice to see you. It's almost unknown to have an orange pie. Hey, Ellie, it's just too insipid. It's not a strong, robust flavor. Now, if you're going to make cookies like Ellie does and you get some candy, you get your orange peel and you candy that orange peel, then you have something that can sit on top of like a shortbread cookie and really give you a punch of zing of orange. But otherwise, I can't recall the last time I saw an orange pie or anything like that. It's very difficult to that flavor just doesn't, as we say, it just doesn't transport well in there. So the strawberry shortcake, we're going to be ramping it up a little bit. It's going to be a more elegant one than just heaping fresh strawberries on top of whipped cream on top of sponge cake. So it will definitely take it up a notch, and it'll look good and it'll taste good too. So we'll get that done for you, Jinxie, by request, because we finally picked up. I'll show you what we got here. Let me show you. Jen picked these up today. Look at these that she picked up today from the store. The first batches are coming out of Salinas, the good stuff. So this is going to be really good to make a great strawberry shortcake. That is going to definitely be a winner there. So I'm letting them sit down a little bit. You really need to have strawberry shortcake that has ripe strawberries, not the real. You can see some of them are still under color in there. They must be ripe. Yeah, these are grown in a garden next to the nuclear power plant. That's right down there, next to John Steinbeck's home down there, right? A lot of people drive from Monterey. They go down to Monterey Bay. They go to the aquarium in the little town of Monterey, which used to be a canning town. And some of them will venture over to, yeah, they're big, they're huge. So they got to really be ripe, or else they don't have the depth of flavor to them. And I got to give Jinxie a first-class roll here on this stuff. So let's see. So I was going to say, when people go down to Monterey Bay, they'll sometimes take over to Salinas. It's maybe like a 30-mile, 20-mile inland ride, but Salinas is kind of a shithole, right? It's like a gangbanger town, but they do have the John Steinbeck Museum there because Steinbeck did a lot of his writing and living there. The of Mice and Men, and I think he did The Winter of Our Discontent, and he did I don't know. There was quite a few that he did there. So quite a great, renowned American author. Kevin says, you get the Galaxy 9. I'm considering it, but then there's something that's going to come on the market that's called the Huawei, Huawei, the Huawei 20 Pro. And this thing is amazing. It has 3 lenses on one side. It's 40 megapixel lens. It has another lens. It has a dedicated sensor for white balance. The thing is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've not seen you 3 years ago. Shane Heffernan. I'm not sure. I know the name is kind of familiar. I know Heffernan from The King of Queens, right? Doug Heffernan. Which any is it? The which any? It's you mean the phone? I'll put it on the side chat. Well, for me it is. It hasn't even been released in the US yet. That's the one. Yeah, Shane's the Irish guy from 2015. Oh, wow, really? Really? Yeah, now I remember. Now I remember, Shane. Wow, you used to be on with your wife. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, you were on with your wife. Yeah, what happened to Mudflap? Did he get involved in refining? He slipped off the cooling tower down there? Shit, that's funny. Yeah, your wife. You used to be on with your wife. Yeah, and I think things just got a little too hot. Oh, that phone is over there? Yeah, the Huawei P20. It just hasn't been released in the US yet, but that thing is a real barn burner looking. So it's either that or the Galaxy 9. I haven't quite. Oh, he was on a hangout Saturday night. Okay, cool. Good. Mudflap was on the hangout Saturday night, so that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I miss. He's always been a lot of fun. Yeah, so Dave showed up on the side chat today. He was in the hospital. They were watching my little short afternoon one. Oh yeah, he used to be on the hangout. Did you get a little sunburn? Yeah, I did get a little sun today. I was bikinied up. I think he was just. I saw him. I guess he was on about 8 months ago, Ellie. I think he was on. Yeah, I got a lot of sun today. You could see me. I did a short hangout, about 45 minutes, but Dave showed up. He said Becca's doing better. So that's good news. Anyway. I'm only going to be on about 2 hours, but if somebody wants a link, they can let me know. And then if you guys want to go afterward, I thought, okay, take care, Corey. Nice to see you. I wear a medium, Diane. Missy Jen, probably. Yeah, Shane Heffernan. That was what name were you under before, Shane? You were under something else over there in Ireland. Yeah, I remember that. So I'm looking at that phone. I was looking at that today. That really blew me away. That's about $799, but it just looked like an amazing phone. The low light capability at Huawei. There was a guy standing in a room. Yeah, I'm starting already. It doesn't take a lot for me to get tanned up and stuff. But this guy was standing in a room looking at a little train garden set up there. and the room was dark, but when you could see it through his video camera, it was amazing to see how the light on that scene and the detail and everything. And I was pretty much couldn't even believe it, because I've been doing some things with the Galaxy 5, but let's face it, it's 4 years old now. And I did a cinematic video yesterday just to see. It was nice, but you could see there were some weird artifacts once in a while. When you're taking the camera sideways, cameras hate to capture side to side action. That's when you often see blurs or streaking when people are panning, especially if they have a really poor processor. So you'll see a lot of streaking and a lot of jiggles, and it's called rolling shutter. It's called a rolling shutter problem. So real good cameras don't have that. But this had a little bit of rolling shutter when you're moving it. Some of the buildings warp a little bit. So it's, it came out nice, but it's not what you want to see in terms of, the quality, especially when there's been such improvement. So, Jinx, I'm curious, what kind of phone do you use up there? I'm curious about that. What all do you use? Mikey Mike's like, hey, Don Juan, nice to see you, sweetie. Mikey Mike's like, I always thought that was my bad eyes. Once you start getting into videography and cinematography, you start to become very critical. You start to notice of what's called the world of Shane. Okay, Shane, nice. You start to notice imperfections in videos. You start to see curling around the edges of videos and all types of weird artifacts that occur on video cameras. I guess that's why the Sony A7 III cost $2,000, and this is 2018. I don't want to lug a lot of camera gear around. It's counterproductive. It's too limiting to do that stuff. Absolutely too limiting. So Don, where are you? Are you still in Chicago? Are you still up in Chicago, or have you moved down to Arizona? I'll just sit this up again. We get a little more comfortable. I feel like that thing's right in my grill. There we go. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to send out a couple links. Y'all might want to come on for a bit. And yeah, I'm going to toss a link. I live in, I thought you were in Chicago. Sorry. All right, April 10th, leaving on a jet plane. Awesome. Yeah, Greg, Daryl Smith is okay. Let me go over here and get this. He actually posts some pretty funny shit sometimes. So let me get this link and send it. I'm going to send it to Deb, the RN. I was hoping she might come on too. I haven't seen her in a while. So let me go ahead and put this down here. Got to do it the way Ellie likes it. BCC. Through Greg, Deb. Okay, I think that'll be it for about right there. Link. Pop the link there. That should be okay. Greg, I think I got you in that one there. So, but okay, let me get this back on. All right, there we go. All right, get this side chat. All right, yeah, I do now, Ellie. Since you got me all squared away, honey. What a mess. Ellie's like, Rosie, you dumb little shit. There's certain people I don't want to have my my Gmail address, and I'm cracking up. You know, I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah, we got Carl here, Annie. Yeah, so guys. This is 2018, and I've been lugging camera gear around for 2 years and stuff, and I'm ready to be done with it. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of vintage audio gear. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff around here, just streamlining. This is technology that's just advancing too rapidly now. There's no sane reason to lug all these big lenses and crap around. It's just not worth it anymore. Hey, Nicole, nice to see you. Patch, let me go ahead and send you a link here. Go to channel, drop that in. We'll get you on TR's panel too, Patch. You might want to just drop him a line and just tell him what you're about, so you don't get put in the fucktard class. You know I'm jinky. Yeah, Don says, I heard you were looking for a new phone. I have the 8, yeah, and the camera's fantastic. Absolutely, and the 10. Excuse me, the 9 is supposed to be fantastic too, because it has more stabilization and it has better low light capability, which I think is really cool. Who just came on here? Oh, Deb.
Hey, Rosie.
Hey, nice to see you. Long time no see or talk to. My goodness.
I don't think it's been that long, but thanks.
Paneled up, but we kind of have a mutual shared interest in what's been going on, you know. And
yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Deb.
Well, thanks. Good to see you too, Rosie.
I couldn't think of a time when it was so much better. So great to have somebody on the ground, so close to where everything happened and came down there. It was really awesome of you to be there for that. So.
No. Wouldn't be any place else.
Hey, Roscoe. Hey, Ellie.
Hey.
Ellie's like, it only took, Ellie, it only took 2 years to get the link sent.
I don't know. I don't know about the email system or what's happening. I don't know about any of that. We're going to have a topic about the orange, because I will tell you how to make the orange taste orangier.
I heard you. You know, I have orange extract.
No extract, just the orange.
Well, I mean, I've done intensifications with orange. The only thing I can think is the rind of the orange, but it just doesn't have the same punch as lemon to me.
Well, there's ways to intensify that situation. We don't have to talk about it now. We can talk about it while you're doing the story.
You got me going. It's topical because, you know, I've never seen an orange pie before.
I've seen an orange pie. Matter of fact, they're real popular in the Carolinas.
Well,
they call, there's one where it's orange and lemon. They call it the Atlantic Beach pie.
Okay.
But there's a way to take the orange up 2-3 notches by just using the orange and the ingredients. Can you guess?
Well, I would certainly take every bit of the peel, you know, get all that, grate that peel off.
And then what would you do with it? Just add it in, or would you add it to the sugar, then use your fingers and sort of rub it into the sugar?
I think that I would sugar that, or have sugar with that. I might candy some oranges too, to get a little bit of candied orange throughout something like a pound cake or something like that, to put that in, so there were some little orange bits. But definitely the zest. I would definitely want the zest.
Yeah. Hey, T-Bergs, we're talking about baking, you dope.
Hey, Bergs. How you doing?
Giant.
Nice to see you. Hey, Vegas Fixin', nice to see you. No, I'm just curious, Ellie, because I've always found I guess
The
maybe
orange?
it's not the word for orange, but it's just not that robust.
You take the zest with a microplane grater and you add it to the sugar. Before you use the sugar, you take your fingers and rub it into the sugar. You take it up 2 to 3 notches, depending upon how much time that you spend doing it. to where it's very, very fragrant, just as much as a lemon. I do it with both sugar and lemons and sugar and oranges, depending upon what I'm baking. It's the difference between just flavored and
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I'm not trying to dominate with baking, but I was just, I got Ellie on here and she coughed me in the side, which I knew that there was a lesson coming in there. But Patch, nice to see you.
How you
Hey,
doing,
Pat.
Rosie? What's up, Deb? What's up, Ellie? What's up, brothers and sisters?
Hey, Patch.
As you were saying, Rosie, I don't mind doing, TR letting me on his panel whenever he feels comfortable. I don't care about that either way. And I'll do it the hard way. I don't mind being in the side chat BSing. Sometimes it's more fun being in the side chat. Because
I feel like you have a lot to offer, Patch, in terms of being a panel member, because you do speak up and you do offer and you do hold your own on that. Not that that's a strong chatter, but they talk guns, gears, politics, and economics is what we do on Tuesday, and I think that you'd be a fantastic addition to that.
well, thank you kindly. I appreciate that.
Speaking of that, it was fun to see Matt pop his head in.
Yeah, I wish he'd stayed a little longer. Hey, Elvis. Yeah, Greg, let's just take it easy on him. As long as he's not being belligerent in here, let's just try to be easy with the timing out and the banning, please. So, yeah, Patch, your favorite recipe?
I make a spaghetti sauce that takes like a day to cook. That's my favorite recipe. But I'm Irish and Italian. And no, I'm not giving you the recipe. It took my daughter until she was 25 to get the final ingredient to the recipe.
That's funny. Hey, Carlos.
I got it from my grandmother. Well, my great-grandmother. A little 4-foot Italian lady.
Sounds like
nothing worse than trying to beg a recipe off your grandmother. You don't want it. Yes, we do.
Here's one thing I want to ask Ellie, and I want to ask you. I had some feedback from the restaurant. I had to kind of backpedal. Ellie, maybe you saw we went to Luigi's, and the phone wasn't that great for it, but I'm just saying the food was pretty good, but people said the size of the meatballs, like Bergs was saying, the meatballs were too small. Do you have any thoughts on the way an Italian would serve up spaghetti and meatball? Because it's like my favorite Italian.
Actually, that's an American dish. Italians don't serve the meatballs with the pasta.
Yeah, they don't usually serve the meatballs with the pasta.
So, but, I get you. I feel you. It's easier not to have 15 freaking plates. Because Italians will they do courses. First you eat the meat, and then they bring the pasta, and then there's the salad course. And it keeps coming. But it all depends what you're serving.
Yeah. And usually the only time they'll add the meatballs to the sauce is if it's a couple of days after the initial meal. If you've got any leftovers left, then they'll start throwing it all in the pot.
But that's an American dish. But the size of the meatball is what I'm serving. Like for Christmas, I always serve a pasta course where everybody gets like about 3 to 5 raviolis or stuffed shells or whatever. And for Christmas, the meatball is one large one. You don't get 3, you don't get 2, you get one large one. And if somebody wants another one, there's some, but when the plates go around, that's how I do it. Now,
I never imagined that spaghetti and meatballs. Next, you're going to tell me Chef Boyardee was an American company.
He was Italian. I think his daughter just did a cookbook a couple of years ago. Their last name is Boyardee, Boyardi, and they hail from Brooklyn.
Are you saying he's Jewish or Italian?
He's an Italian guy. Was a chef, and he was the one who told in the 50s a food company put pasta in a can. Which when I was a kid, that was hilarious. We would point at it in the grocery store and laugh our ass off. Pasta in a can, as if you could.
Yeah, we thought that was business as usual.
No. It's squishy. I had it at somebody's house when I was a kid. I'm like, what the hell is that? And it was squishy. And we don't eat squishy pasta. No squishy.
WRM remember Uh-oh spaghetti.
Yeah, not around here. Eesh.
Yeah, not when I make it either. And when we make it, it's got to be Italian. Because my wife says she makes spaghetti and I make spaghetti.
Tell her we said hi.
That's your big contribution here.
Yeah, right. They all said hi, honey.
Hi.
Oh yeah, but I cook steaks. Usually I do the meats. Tracy's the one that does a lot of the really good cooking. I've not lost any weight since I've been here. I've actually gained about 15 pounds since I've been here. But I also have an appetite.
So as far as the size of the meatballs, depends what you're making.
Do you think that's a bad thing? The American style of having meatball with the sauce on the spaghetti?
Yeah, we do it because you don't want. You were gonna do it in the Italian tradition. The first plate that would come out would be like 2 meatballs on a plate. Then next somebody would bring the pasta plate and then the salad plate, and then and you're dirtying all the plates. So way back in the day, they stopped doing it because they wanted to sit down and enjoy their dinner on one plate. But traditionally in Italy, if you went to anywhere but a hotel, and somebody that I knew did this, they went to a hotel in Italy and they went to a 5-star Italian restaurant and said, make us fettuccine Alfredo. And they practically threw them out.
Wow.
And it's because they're like, go to the hotel restaurant because we don't make that here. But if you were in Italy, you would order a pasta course, and the meat, whatever meat they threw in the sauce, would be the first course. Right. The primo. The primo is the meat. The secondo is the second, which is the pasta, which is dressed with the sauce from the meat. And then there would be the salad course. And then again, you could go for one of those 5, 6, 9 course dinners where it just keeps going on different plates.
Man, it seems so strange, Ellie. It seems so counter to the U.S. way of
one plate.
Yeah, they bring out your salad first, and then they bring out a basket of bread. Then they bring out your spaghetti and meatballs. So it's interesting. You wonder how that all changed. Convenience or
Americans, they innovate everything, literally everything.
Well, they fast fooded it is what they did. See, in an Italian household, you could have dinner for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Am I lying? Am I lying, Ellie? No.
My family, Patch, we would have beat the hell out of each other if it lasted more than a half hour.
You weren't allowed to fidget either because somebody'd come over and crack you right over the head.
Yep. My grandmother would slap me in the back of the neck. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing.
That's
nothing.
funny.
Yeah.
Patch,
Why it took you till you were 25 to get to the adult table.
So let me ask you, when you were raised, how traditional were your, let's say, I would imagine maybe a Sunday dinner or something like that? Would it follow the really cleave to the Italian tradition, or would it, was there any American?
Pat, you go first. You go first.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Patch, go first.
Well, see, I'm Irish and Italian. So before my Italian grandparents passed away, we would do a Sunday. But sometimes we'd have to split it up. Because I'm Irish and Italian, so we'd have to go to the Irish side and the Italian side. And they're both sides are Catholic. So, you spent 3 hours at church, and then you spent 5 hours going between houses to eat. But my parents were both card-carrying Americans because everything with them was fast food. But after the grandparents died, we didn't really do that anymore. We didn't have Sunday dinners. You was lucky to see. Well, I was growing up, we were latchkey kids, so you was lucky to see our folks. And when you did, it wasn't always a pleasant experience.
I don't mean to laugh, Patch, just the way you tell it.
It depended. With my parents, it depended on who was there. When the grandparents were there, it was extremely traditional. But, like any mother, my mother wanted to put all the dinner on one plate. And my father didn't want that. So my father got as many plates as he wanted. And we would, you're kids. You eat a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But the salad was always the third course. And the funny part is, if you ate the salad after you ate the pasta and the meatballs, you didn't have any room for dessert. Dessert was 2 hours later.
Yeah, I mean that's
But part of making you wait so long was so that way your food would start to digest, so they could pile more food into you. And by the time you left,
always a vegetable of some sort, sauteed, burning.
How often? Let me ask you guys: how often do you have dessert in an Italian restaurant? My answer is never, unless it's something unusual.
No room.
Yeah, there's no room. I mean, when you're
never
bread and salad, man, when that's done, I mean, they come over and they kind of laugh. Would you like to see the dessert menu? We have homemade apple pie. You're like, oh, are you kidding me? On top of pasta and all that. I mean, they're being very kind, but Italian foods, it's pretty heavy, So it's, I don't know, desserts. Although there's some excellent Italian desserts and stuff, but it's, I don't know how like Ellie said, you wait a couple hours till, you later in the evening or whatever, dessert served.
I don't go, and this is odd. We don't often go to Italian restaurants, like not a lot, because it's almost like, really? Because I make that stuff here.
It's insulting.
Yeah, and sometimes, I'm always cursing about it. It's like, really? You brought this out? Really? And the really good Italian restaurants are like $70 a person.
And what would a typical sit down, like, I probably haven't been to one. I think I've probably topped that at maybe $30 a person. What would that real old school, thank you, Shane, what would real old school dining look like? This, like you said, the order of things that come out?
Yeah, and there's a fish course.
Yep.
There's a fish course.
Gotta eat it.
Yeah. There's a fish course. There's usually, a scallop or a lobster or something, or some sauteed kind of fish that's done traditionally, the way that it's done. There's a meat course. There's a fish course. When they serve raviolis, you get 3 or 5. That's it. It's a little plate, all little plates. But you get a lot of little plates. There's a couple Italian places that are in Philly where it's about, once you add wine, it's like $100 a person.
Wow.
And those I like because the food is traditionally made by somebody with an accent, But to go to like Olive Garden, my friends and I will go to Olive Garden. I get the soup and the salad because I'm not eating any of that stuff that came in a bag and was warmed up.
I thought it was very overpriced. Olive Garden, when we ate there, we did our review. I thought it was very expensive for we were sat by the kitchen for one thing, but I didn't think the quality was that good. I wouldn't pay up for that either, Ellie. But I'm saying those traditional places, and I mean, I'm in wine country, so I know there are some fantastic Italian traditions.
You do. You have some of the best ones in the country there.
So we have to check some more. Let's go a little higher end because I've never been to an Italian place that served anything like the way you're talking on there. So it'd be fascinating to me.
You should try it just one time. Spend the money and go and just experience it the way that it used to be.
Yeah, it'd be a good thing to do in springtime. I think that'd be a good.
I can't even imagine. That must be great.
Yeah. So, TR, if you're in a side chat, I think Patch would make a good addition if he can make it on Tuesday evenings because he's very cognizant of current events and is very considerate about his opinions on Constitution and some of the problems that plague society today. So,
I try, but I always learn something new from everybody that I hang out with. Like I said, when I said in TR's side chat earlier, I have Luke on my panels because he makes me look smarter. Because dude just like blasts off stuff off top of his head. And I'm like, how holy shit, dude? That's 5 bullet points to my 1. What the hell?
There's TR.
Yeah, so we try to balance off because PR used to do a Sunday night, and he would do a what did he do, a Tuesday night too, and it got to be a bit much. So he covers up a lot of stuff. We usually start with the economics and what's going on in current, markets and all that, and then make our way into whatever's current in the news. So it's kind of a lot of people show up for those chats. It's a good chat.
I try to do 3 shows a week, but with the whole flu and congestion crap, I'm like, yeah, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing actors doing that stuff all the time.
Yeah. And then with all the extra added nonsense from Boyd drama that I've been avoiding, it's like, Jesus Christ.
I saw Patch run for the hills. He's like, I just hit my limit on you and Seeds, man. I was on Seeds. You can tell Seeds is like had it up the whenever he kind of gets it stuck in his crawl a little bit and gets a little PO too about the Boyd stuff. But it's the church or whatever is working lately. I mean, it's the topic du jour on here.
Well, what annoys me is I'm doing a show last night, and most people that are in your side chat that have come to my show know who Angel is. I think Ellie's even talked to Angel, so is Greg.
I have.
A certain channel decided they thought Angel sounded like Bob the Builder.
Really?
Oh, so yeah. So I was doing 30 or 40, viewers, between 30 and 40 most of the evening. Jumped up to like 60. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, where did that happen? Then I started seeing trolls come in. Some people talking really vile crap. So we all know my stance on trolls. They don't get any play. They get gone. Well, I started looking around going, why is it all of a sudden trolls are coming to my channel when that never happens? I don't really get a problem with people coming in. Even some of the trolls come in and they actually add to the conversation. So then I go over to a certain live, and I'm like, I see them talking about me and talking about Angel on the panel, how it sounds like Dave. I'm like, no. I said, I don't know how you get that a Puerto Rican sounds like a dude from Iowa, but that's beyond me. I said, no. None of you have been on my panel, meaning those 2 camps. I've not had any of them on my panels. I don't do that stuff. Well, 20 minutes later, everything is sorted out, and then all the trolls go away. I'm like, like kind of next time you want to talk shit or say something or ask a question, how about you fucking ask me, as opposed to putting it out on a live, and then sicking the dogs of war because I'm not the one.
Don't mess with.
I was livid.
don't
was livid.
Patch is the bottom line on that. So we're gonna try to meet up with Patch. We're gonna be down in LA metro area in May, so hopefully we'll be able to meet up with Patch. And Bergs, you're welcome. Brandon, if you want a link, let me know. As Patch, what he thinks about the Iranians staying way clear of our U.S. Navy. The very day Trump was in office, the Iranians teased and humiliated our Navy under Obama.
I think of it the same way I think of the Chinese president.
They're getting reruns of The Apprentice. That's what's happening.
Right? But I think of it the same way as I think of the Chinese president allowing Trump to come visit China. Never, and the respect they showed Trump when he got there. I think the Iranians are a lot of hot air, but when they don't have somebody in office here that they're worried about actually sending the Navy to blow shit up, they don't care. They can talk all the crap they want. But when I was somebody like Trump in office, who you don't know if he's actually going to do anything or not, they're a bit more leery and a bit more just walking on eggshells because they're not sure what he's going to do. He just assumed go to war with you as to talk to you. I kind of think it's funny, my opinion.
What do you think about that, Deb? Deb there?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you see Brandon's comment on the side?
No, hon, I can't see the side chat.
Oh, okay. She says, Brandon says there's zero nuclear activity from North Korea the last 2 months. Wonder why.
There was some time in the fall where the place where they kept most of their weapons was like an underground mountain facility, and it sort of caved in.
Weird.
And no one talks about it, but let's see if I can find the article because it's funny.
What really astounds me is that we have a friggin' sheriff or a person running for sheriff in, I think it's North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina, up by Asheville. Later, TR. But yeah, we have a sheriff in North Carolina that, has no problem with, killing people who don't want to turn in their firearms. It's like, they keep saying, one of his quotes was, they keep quoting, you can have my gun when you cry for my cold dead fingers. He's like, yeah, so we can do that. Brother G.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's going on, big?
Greg.
What's up, Brother Greg?
Going on?
Patch, is G out there?
He's in the side chat, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the
Hey,
side chat.
Mangoes, good to see you. Sorry, I can't really see you, but
I just want to talk about Bergs for a minute. It's the first chance I've had since last Saturday on there. I mean, nobody's got anything against you, Bergs. It just sometimes things get just too superheated on the panel, and it's very difficult. I mean, I've been thrown out of my own chats before a few times. I mean, stuff happens. The point is, you don't get bent out of shape about it. You just kind of roll with it and things. I don't think anybody has anything against.
He's very, very focused on if he doesn't get his way.
Yeah,
we tried to tell him, you can't run around all day and blame Greg. Greg's not the only one with a wrench.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when you got 10 people on a panel, it gets very difficult sometimes, to keep everybody. And I admit I'm drinking and stuff, and I'm, like I say, by about 11 o'clock, I'm like hanging on the strap going in the subway car, going down.
He did pretty good. He made it through hours of the hangout. Hours of it.
Hours. He's doing great.
Without melting down.
Yeah, hey Juice. Yeah, so I'm just trying to I'm not apologizing per se, but I'm just kind of explaining to you that the chat sometimes get a little whacked in the evening, but they're fun, and Greg and Juice, they're not trying to knock anybody out of chats. I mean, Elvis, yeah, but I'm just saying generally when it comes to people in the chats, I mean, I look at my band list after a chat on Saturday night, and it's like a couple Carlos Martinez's and Elvis, and other than that, there's really nothing on the band list. So,
and to be honest, I have not banned Carlos, I have not banned Elvis, and I have not banned T-Bergs in over 3 weeks. But if they want to blame me, that's fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I think you do a fine job, Greg.
Bottom line, Greg. Bottom line.
Bottom line.
You tried an unmoderated chat, and it just didn't pan out. I got in all kinds of trouble with Cameo and other stuff. It just didn't work out. You need to have some wrench, maybe not a big amount, but I think when you got Juice and Greg, you got the best in the business on there.
That was hard. That was really hard that day because you got up and you went to go do what you were doing, and we were all like, we were paralyzed. We couldn't stop what was happening.
I mean, it's not an easy job, and I've told people that I wouldn't want to be. I don't enjoy holding a wrench in people's chat because you take a lot of the heat when bad things happen to people on the side chat and stuff. It comes down to the moderators and all. It's like Brandon. I don't really know. I have no clue what happened to Brandon. Brandon's like, go back and look at you can watch the chat log with the chat, but I'm not going to invest an hour or two into following that along. We just try to do better next time for
Brandon knows if I ban him, I will be the first one to admit that I banned him. I did not ban him. I didn't throw him off the panel. I didn't do shit.
Saturday he wasn't on the panel.
Yeah, he couldn't. He was banned under his Robert Wilbur, and then he was.
No, he wasn't banned. Someone had him blocked.
Somebody had him blocked, and I have
There's
nobody
a difference
blocked.
between your band and someone on the panel has you blocked. And Brandon, if you run your mouth to all the women, one of them's bound to block you.
Unless her name's Ellie.
What's that?
I said, unless your name's Ellie.
I don't care if Brandon comes on. I'll go toe to toe with Brandon.
Well,
that's the point.
Sure. I just don't want any fighting tonight. We're just having a mellow chat.
Yeah.
Link now. You're always welcome on my chats. I don't want controversy. I don't want fighting, but I don't want you yelling at women and stuff like that.
We're
So
judging people.
yeah. So there's your link. You got your link. So you're welcome to come on. And I got, like I said, I got nothing. I don't feel like I got to apologize, but I just try to explain what happened. Tell you, you're welcome to come on my chats. So just let's, there are probably free for all chats on, right, Pat?
G Mangles' chat question: who's this T-Berg guy?
Poor G. Poor G.
It's not who's the T-bird, it's the birds. The birds.
Yeah. Contact me, G. I'll help you out there.
There's just no way to explain him that doesn't involve 4-letter words. There just isn't.
Deb's got the dossier.
And we tried to help him so that he could talk with people. And I got to say, Saturday night he lasted, 2 hours?
Yeah. At least.
That was pretty good for him.
And
Genuinely.
I will compliment Bergs that I didn't care so much on the acoustic, but I think that he really cooks on the electric guitar. He's got some pretty good skills on that thing. So be proud of that, Bergs. It's not many people in the bottom of YouTube got that kind of skill set, but that's cool. Yeah, anybody can have a link. Ellie, if you want to send anybody a link, it's fine. I'll drop it in the...
Let's see. I texted a few people, but it's Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's Tuesday night. I'm not going to be on another hour or so, but just to hang out, but you guys can hang all you want. But I don't have anything against Berg. I don't like my feet up. And I've always told Elvis, one of the things that I most dislike about Elvis, when something goes against Elvis, he will go open up a hangout and just literally beat the hell out of me verbally on that hangout.
I have to apologize to the whole LGBT community, didn't you? And I met with the LGBT community, and they said that I don't have to apologize, that he does.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that, no, I don't think Vicky says we have to compliment adults for being adults. We've come a long way, Vicky.
Amen, Vicky.
Right on, Vicky.
But I believe in rewarding direction, not perfection. And when it comes to somebody like Berg, was a real heavy force when he first came on, and he wouldn't last, a half hour or so. And then one night he's lasting like 6 hours and made it to an after chat. So it's okay. I mean, a lot of people aren't used to the form, and
I got a whole box of animal crackers if he makes it 15 minutes.
Really tired of,
baby, want a cookie? Be good, baby.
Elvis will go off and just berate on the chat about Greg and other people.
Strikes in your ass. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't have the patience for him anymore. I don't.
And they know the limits of what's acceptable in the chat. So,
Well, I will say this to the side chat when I was on Rosie's the other night, and the person who should not be named wanted to come in and try to go at me. It was great having 120 some odd people tell him to go get fucked. I thought that was hysterical.
That's what G says. Forget about it. It's like having an argument with somebody with a cheese sandwich and stuff.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know I don't even know what the bad blood was between Patch and Elvis. I got no idea. Hi, Drew. Nice to see you.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Just having.
Hey, I just stopped in for a minute.
Good.
Just stopped in for a minute.
Hey, night chat. Nice to see you.
We have no internet. We have not had any for 3 days here at the house. So I'm on the phone.
You're still fighting that fucking problem?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I needed to be up very early in the morning because I got that thing out of Buckingham for the next 3 days or the next 2 days.
Oh, good. Have a good time.
Thursday night.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
So it was really good today. It worked out real well today.
Oh, good.
But I'm responsible for the food out there, so.
Well, there'll be some goodies.
I got my hands full. Yeah, people are eating good.
That's good.
So
I'm not.
It's great to see you, Drew.
It is.
Drew's first class when it comes to putting stuff together and doing stuff.
so.
Drew's got mad.
But I
skills.
just wanted to stop in and say hi. I'm gonna scoot on to bed though because I'm exhausted. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning.
I'm just
And I haven't stopped.
your internet. I mean, what was it? We talked 2 days ago, and then you still have that shit resolved.
Well, I had internet until like about off and on until probably about 9 o'clock last night, and it went out. And then the TV went out, and the phone went. Everything just went out. And now we have TV, but we have no phone or internet. So it's just
That's got to be irritating.
Yeah, I can tell you.
the guy is supposed to be here Friday, so we'll see.
Wow.
Whatever you do, don't get Xfinity service.
Thank God for phones.
Yeah, I got Xfinity. I mean, it's been okay, but it's like your thing is like a throwback to 2014 or something. It's crazy, not having internet for 3 days, and it's almost unheard of.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, after the hurricane, people had it across the street 3 weeks before we did. We were without phone, internet, or TV for 4 weeks, and yet the people across the street from us had it for 3 weeks before we got it back.
Can you imagine 4
It's
weeks?
ridiculous.
Rosie's big mouth on internet shit.
Yeah, can you imagine? Rosie and no internet. Oh,
I think the boy would melt down.
Meltdown.
I know.
So, but I
There's
just want
not
to come in and
enough
say hi to
Coors Light
everybody. And
in California.
Pickle Rig.
take care, Drew. Get
Pickle
your
Rig.
rest.
I'd have to get my library card renewed and go hang out at the library for my half hour of allotted time a day.
Ellie would have to come slum with me.
all right, good night, all. Hope you all have a great night.
Good night.
Be safe, bro.
We got all the homeless coming there, and they're all like metered a half hour per day, and they sit there. I guess I'd have to talk 10 times faster to get it all in.
Well, you sure couldn't have a panel.
I'd have a panel, be a hell of a panel.
Like you'd have to take all the time.
Yeah, Rob's like, people still go to the
They
library?
do. I still
They
go
do.
to the
They really do.
library. Why should I buy a book if it's no good? I take it out of the library. If I like it, I buy it.
There you go. Hey, Jinxie, how you doing, sweetheart?
All right, the varsity
Sweet dreams,
varsity squad is here now.
The
Rosie.
Bergs. The Bergs.
Hi, Jinx.
Bergs.
Rosie.
The A
brother.
team is here. The A team.
How you doing?
Bergs, you just won me $20, brother. Thanks for showing up.
I got a little box of animal crackers for you.
How you doing,
The varsity squad is here.
Yep, the varsity is on the court. Our power forward has arrived. How you doing, Chris?
6'8", 295 pounds.
Power forward. There he is. The
That's just his
Jabbar,
left testicle.
the Jabbar of
I'm Kareem Abdul Jabbergs.
Bergs.
You know what, Bergs? I got to hand it to you, though. I really got to hand it to you. The last couple of days, I know you were really pissed at me and everything, but I was still coming on your side chat and stuff.
You never apologized either.
I'm saying, I think you got some pretty good skills on that electric. I got to be honest with you. You got some real. You really, you can tell you've really been at it for a long
Can I
time.
ask you a simple question? Is it hard for you to say that you're sorry?
I'm not.
You want
Stop
people-
that.
I'm not sorry because I
He
didn't
doesn't
do it.
have to apologize to you.
Bergs,
No, but
Rosie
I'm
will
just
apologize
asking you
if
a
she
simple
feels like
question.
she needs to. She doesn't feel like she needs to.
I'm just asking. This is between me and Rosie. Is it hard for you to say I'm sorry? Are you one of those people?
No, it's easy for me to say I'm sorry. I'm saying, but I didn't boot you
Really?
out or kick you out of the chat.
Okay.
I got 36.
You don't think it was an unnecessary boot?
Well, can you stop with that? Every day, the same thing.
You were pretty tough on Vegas Vixen.
Yeah, but we haven't addressed this yet. That's why I'm.
Why do we have to address it? Why do we have to spend our time addressing your shit? Send her an email.
Oh my God! Why do we need to talk about an orange and lemon cake
Because
down in the
Rosie's
Caribbean?
going to have
Because
a
it's
baking
her
on
chat.
Friday, and she asked.
Hey, Rosie, thanks for sending me a link. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Deb. Take care.
Night, Dad.
I mean, why would you come on the side chat and critique what we're talking about without finding out if that's
Oh
the
my
topic?
God.
Do you think I just talk about orange cake for the fuck of it?
Hey, Rosie, why do you think I do my own jams and my own hangouts? I mean,
No one can put up with you. That's why.
I know you say you're not new, but in terms of Boyd, it's still relatively new. But I've, like Vegas Vixen, I've known her for years and years. So
she gets to talk. She gets to ask one asinine question after the next.
She'll
After
always
the next for 20 minutes straight.
No, she'll just have the fast lane in my heart and stuff, and she'll be accorded the courtesy of being a lady.
Bergs, chill out, make your bones, do your time, and you'll get the same respect as Vegas does.
We're not doing any time. This isn't prison. This isn't San Quentin. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is you don't have the reputation she does in this community.
So a reputation of
give her the respect she's due.
The reputation of an annoying 13-year-old who asks asinine questions.
You got a lot of balls, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I interrupt for a second?
A lot of balls. What do you mean? I've already told her that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, we all heard it, and now move on.
Let's let Pat.
Oh my God, Ellie! Oh God,
Bergs, let Pat talk.
Bergs, I'm going to put this as delicately as I possibly can. You and I are starting to get along. You and I are starting to get along. I'm putting this as delicately as I can.
I'm afraid of you, Greg.
Would you consider Vegas to be an annoying 13-year-old or 12-year-old or whatever it was you said?
Yes. Yes.
We consider that of you 80% of the time when you're over talking everybody. And I'm being nice. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
I consider that of you also.
Kettle black.
I consider that of you also.
The point is, I'm not going to
we were having fun. So have fun or fuck off. Pick it.
I consider you, Patch, a guy who just comes on and just kicks people off.
Rosie, seriously, we were having
we're here
fun.
to have fun.
He stops the fun.
We're here to have fun, Bergs.
Let Rosie
You've done several times.
The drama at all.
Let Rosie
I haven't done it. Excuse me. I haven't done it on
You've done it to me several times. Do not lie.
Come on, her chat to take care of your business. This is her chat.
I'm
you don't
cleaning
get
up.
to do that.
I'm doing some laundry here.
No, we're not laundering with you.
All right, let me suggest, Bergs, we'll just make a fresh kind of start tonight and just move forward here. And
yeah, but that never happens because your mods hate me. Don't you get it?
I don't hate you.
Read the side chat.
Never gonna happen, Rosie, because your mods.
Moving on. We're moving on.
Bergs, I don't hate you, but when you get out of line, I will put you back in line.
Oh my God! So, Greg, so you can't even man up and at least say it was you who booted me?
Nobody booted you. You left on your own. I can show you the logs.
No, I did not leave on my own. Do not say
Rosie, seriously.
I have a screenshot of you leaving the room. No one removed
I did not leave on my own. Are you kidding me?
You did.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
going to ruin this chat.
Let's just
not leave on my own.
Let's talk about tossing the fish, Bergs. Let's forget about that.
Yeah, let's talk about something fun, Bergs. Saturday night's over and done. Move on. Move on.
Okay, good deal. There we go. So we can. It looks like we can move ahead there a little bit. All things being equal, I'd like you to be on the chats and not angry about them. So I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. Do the occasional guitar.
I'm telling you what I have to say, and you don't like what I have to say. Okay? Greg, I was fucking booted. Bottom line. I was talking to everything.
Bottom line.
From it, moving on.
No, but Greg can't even admit that I was booted. Okay?
Nope.
Go back
Bergs,
and watch
every
the video.
time I have booted you, I have it.
Go back and watch the
We
video.
told you about this. Stop living last week. Just stop.
Let's move on, Chris. Let's just
hold on a second. Just let me say one last thing about it. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the videotape. At the moment that I was booted,
videotape.
It
Juice
was
said on the
aliens.
side chat that he booted me. Juice said on the side chat.
And he's a moderator. Moving on.
Okay.
So then, Greg, from the chat, bro. He couldn't boot you from the.
He cannot boot you from the panel. He was not on the panel. You left the panel on your own.
I did not leave the fucking
could have been
All right, Rosie, come on.
Jesus Christ, man.
Could have been Google. Google's been acting
This
screwed.
is the thing I was telling you about. There's a meltdown every 5 minutes if baby doesn't get his way. We're not playing this game.
Get a job, Ellie. Get a job.
You are a job. You're a full-time job, and I don't want to do you. So
get a job.
Move it on.
Chris, you had your say now. Now can we just move ahead and forget about
whatever?
Okay, appreciate it. Let's just move ahead and just have some fun now. We were just talking about food, restaurants, woo, good times. So yeah, let's try to get back on chat a little bit.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's okay. People show up.
Voluntary, man. You don't like it? There's a door. Utilize it.
Get a job, dude.
Fire your own chat back up if you want to.
Do yourself a favor. Get a shrink.
You know, people show up. They have a good time. Yeah. I mean, we just, like I said, Bergs, how many times have I been booted off of my own hangout?
You're trying to logic, Rosie, with a person who only cares about
crazy. I just figured next week's another week. I'll just go at it again. You know,
I've been booted. Rosie's been booted. Ellie's been booted. Everybody's been booted. Get over it, dude.
I got booted in the middle of a sentence once.
Greg, you have zero talent. No one cares.
There it is, Rosie. There it is. Now, after he doesn't get his way, he offends everybody.
All you do is boot people. That is your talent. That is your talent in life. You do not work. You are on disability.
Baby's so butthurt.
Boot people.
Give us some breaking news that somebody doesn't know, Bergs. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Baby. When's the enabler getting home?
Mr. Powerful. I boot people.
Rosie,
Wow.
seriously.
Chris,
this will keep going on.
Chris, please. If you know, nobody's gonna boot you. I'm just saying.
Okay, all right. You know what? Put your money where your mouth is. If I'm booted, you give me $1,000, Rosie.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Turn the page, Rosie.
If I'm booted, you give me $1,000. You just said no one's gonna boot me.
We'll keep going on because
Chris would pay $1,000 to boot you.
Give me $1,000. PayPal.
Freaking mouth and let us have fun.
You just said no one's gonna boot you, Chris. So put your money where your mouth is, Rosie. You got plenty of money.
No, you're not entitled to anything, so move on.
Well, Rosie just said I'm not gonna get booted.
You're not entitled to anything.
If we could just move ahead, Bergs, and just put this button.
You just proved yourself wrong, Bergs. You said you'd never beg for money. Now you want $1,000.
All about the views, the clicks, the subs, and the Google revenue.
Like I was saying, Rosie, the meltdown after takes forever.
I'm not counting revenue. I'm not counting views. I'm here just to chill out with my friends on a Tuesday night. Hey, Jack Sparrow. I'm just here to chill out and have fun. Okay.
You pull those clicks, Rosie. Click, 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 click.
Well, I'm not really in a click. I don't have a click. I just do my own thing.
Dealing with a 5-year-old who's having a temper tantrum.
Ellie,
we're not your mother. We're not your mother.
On your 15th laptop.
Bergs, we're not your mother. Pitching a fit is not going to get you here.
I'm not talking to you, Greg. I don't talk to you. I don't even acknowledge you as a person.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Greg, how did you manage it?
You are like the movie Chud, a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Meltdown continues. Guys, the topic has changed. It's called the Bergs Meltdown.
Greg is a Chud, a cannibalistic.
Somebody give Lori Green a link. I need some help up here.
Somebody please give Lori Green a link.
Lori Green.
Yeah, let's. Bergs, are we going to move?
Right. I'll shut up.
Hey, Brother Greg. G said, Greg, you lucky.
I'm trying to get channel. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. That's all.
Hey, I'm not doing anything wrong, Patch. I'm just cutting a promo. Patch.
Oh, say, can
I'm
you
just
shut
cutting
up?
a promo.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
Oh, now you know how I feel. With Vegas Vixen the other night. That's how I felt.
No one wants to talk about the other night. 14th time.
Well,
I'm gonna have to.
Hey, man, I'm just cutting a promo, Patch. I'm just cutting a promo.
Here's something.
Bergs, I'm gonna have to go nuclear. I'm gonna have to bring Lori Green in here.
Lori Green. Lori Green.
God.
Lori Green.
Sorry, I have to.
Lori Green.
for your option. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, Lori, I sent you.
Allie, I remember what you said about Lori Green. Now you love her, huh?
I like it, Lori.
Words never forgets.
No, I know.
Yeah, like an elephant.
Okay. In order to be cutting a promo, you have to have a beginning,
cutting a promo,
a middle, and
I
an
warned you
end.
not to mess with the beauty community, but you did.
Beginning, middle, and an end. It has to end eventually, Berks.
Yeah,
So
we got it.
in a promo, it's a beginning, a middle, and you never hit the end. So the end of the promo never happens. You're stuck in the middle of the promo, and you just keep going like the Energizer Rabbit.
Hey.
I love when my time gets utilized by a 5-year-old.
You cut a good promo.
I'm not eating these vegetables.
So no animal crackers tonight, Ellie? You're not having any.
Yeah,
tonight?
he just blew the animal cracker situation.
I don't know when the bill gets marked paid. You know, we got to move on.
He
Hey,
never
Brother
will,
G,
Rosie. Greg
gotta
and
get
I
a whole
will tell you,
boatload
the
of that
bill
asshole
never
cream.
ends.
Hey, Ellie, can you
Keep
put some
going
animal
and going
crackers
like
in my
Comcast.
lunch pail for tomorrow, please?
Only if you run your fingers through your hair.
No more Berg shuffles. No more Berg. What do you call it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, thank you, Patch.
Thank you for what? I didn't do nothing.
No, you must have worked on bomb diffusing squad.
Breaking out in the sweat.
Patch is in there with the fine.
Promo, guys. Sorry about that. I'm just cutting a promo. You know.
Patch is like, don't follow that. Just give me the fine screwdriver. Oh, don't touch it. You know.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the you got to get to the end of the promo, Berks.
Yeah, I think Bird
Gotta
was
get to it.
testing me to see if he was going to get booted tonight. I think we.
Hey, Rosie, I've actually.
What?
I don't hear
The
you.
wife just waved to you all. She just waved from her spot.
Hello.
I don't hear anything.
Somebody
It's
got
silence. It's so golden.
somebody got muted.
Did they? I am not even looking at that.
Silence is golden. That's all I'm saying.
Ah.
Ellie's enjoying the reprieve. It's like halftime.
I have the urge to roll up a newspaper. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but whacking people on the nose is not legal.
The action, Allie. Let me ask you: Easter Sunday, do you have any special traditions in your household with family or anything?
We always make lasagna and a ham.
Nice.
This year, we may not. This year, I said to him, do you really want me to go through all that? And he's like, let's talk about it. So the menu might change because this year I'm not hosting and we're not going anywhere.
Wow.
I decided that I don't want to make the trek and it's okay. Every couple of years we bow out. We're like, we're going to clean the basement and like stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, we're going down to Boston, Jan. It's Saturday. We're going to celebrate Easter. We'll do the hangout from down there.
So what are you taking? What are you making to take?
I told him I'd make a really nice loaf of bread to take down there. Maybe make a dessert. Maybe make a lemon meringue pie or something. Use up the last of these lemons on here. So
If I was having it here, I would make a giant coconut cake.
yeah, but Janet hates coconuts.
Coconut. There it is.
I
Well, you
can't.
know, you could do the same cake with no coconut and just put like, you have all those beautiful lemons.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, but boy, that's like my favorite cake personally is a coconut cake at Easter time. But you know,
There's always somebody who hates the coconut. So I make a smaller cake with no coconut and I just use lemon curd in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not worth it. So
Did you say that?
joking. Let Janet choke on the coconut.
He's not here. That's why all of a sudden you're talking about it. He's not here.
I'm talking bread. Yeah, I love coconut. I love coconut cake. It's awesome. My favorite. The Patch doesn't like coconut. And
I love coconut cake. My grandmother used to make a lamb-shaped one.
your wife is a Filipino, and it's almost in, I spent so much time in Manila and stuff. I mean, it's like, man, coconut's like a backbone staple.
It is for them, and I just
Magnolia ice cream, Magnolia coconut ice cream, and
yep.
Oh man, it's like
it's okay. They can eat that. I just don't. I don't like coconut, not in the slightest. It's a texture thing. The wife loves coconut. I just don't like it. It's a texture thing.
I had a chocolate cannoli today. I don't think I've ever seen chocolate cannolis offered in like Little Italy in Baltimore, but it's always been.
What do you mean chocolate? Chocolate custard? Chocolate dipped? What kind of chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Yeah. Which is it? Is it chocolate custard in the middle, or is it chocolate covered?
Yeah, I think a cannoli by definition isn't that like I guess you could have a chocolate covered cannoli.
Cannoli isn't a defined thing. It's a pastry. It's like
the custard in a cannoli is always vanilla. What are you talking about?
No, it isn't.
Yes, the standard cannoli.
No, it isn't. And you don't know what you're talking about.
It's a white custard.
Yeah, only for you. But for the rest of
about?
Sicily, different kinds.
Sicily. I'm talking about New Jersey.
Shut up. No one asked you.
Oh, God.
That's right. I forgot.
Hey, Ellie, when was the last time you left your house? Like 4 years ago?
This afternoon. Would you like to know my itinerary? I'd love to give it to you.
Yeah, okay, wait. So you slept till noon?
I slept till 7:30.
Here's Lori. I had to exercise.
7:30. That'd be 10:30 your time, Bergs. 10:30 your time.
I was going to hang out with some people till 1:45. And I slept till 7:30. The post office opens at 8. Would you like to be bored shitless? I would love to
I'm
tell
already
you.
sleeping at this point. I mean,
You have no idea what I do in a day, but sit there and be negative because you're a child.
God.
Let me welcome Lori to the panel. Nice
Lori.
I do more before noon than you do.
No, you don't. All you do is sit in a garage. Don't tell me you do more. You do more of what? Nothing.
Happy Passover to you and yours. Glad to see you all.
Working.
Yeah, keep doing it. It'll keep you from jail.
Hold the job.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Maybe.
If he chips out at work, like this, he's going to end up in jail someday.
Living comfortably retired.
But he wants a cookie for what he's supposed to do.
Busy
we
work.
We lost Lori. What happened?
Went to the post office. Oh my God, it must have been exhausting.
Bergs, do you get into Ellie's retired? She sold her business and she.
Jesus Christ. That sounds exhausting, Ellie.
Yeah, don't compare yourself to my life. You don't have my life.
That sounds exhausting. Wow.
Do you see what I mean, Rosie? This is the thing I was telling you about. The butthurt is real.
Why are you so positive, Bergs? You used to be a positive guy. Huh?
Not him.
When?
Wait. I was just going to say, maybe I smacked my head once too many times.
I'm going to be critiqued by somebody with the mental capacity of a 5-year-old. I'm
sorry, Patch. Repeat that, please.
I said I was going to ask you when, because maybe from all the concussions I've suffered over the years, I might be suffering a residual concussion experience, but I don't even remember that either about the whole positive guy thing. Never.
Oh man, Patch, you're a hoot.
Oh man.
I'll be right back. Ellie, take over.
Please, God.
Yeah, Ellie, me and G are going to get a whole boatload of
all right, so you went to the post office, then what?
Then I had somebody come and work on the morning room.
Wait, so you had helpers? You didn't even work? You had somebody come in?
I had helpers. You think that I would do like construction? There's people you hire for that.
Wait, for what room? You have a room that has a name to it?
Yeah, most people in New Jersey have a room with names.
No, I'm from New Jersey. We didn't have names. We didn't have names.
We did.
No,
and I'm not going to debate what I do with my house with you.
Okay, so you had somebody work on your what? Your morning room?
Right.
What's a morning room?
Yeah, never mind. Changing the subject. So, Pat, that article I sent you earlier today.
We're talking to Jacqueline Kennedy here.
Yeah, I kind of looked into it a little bit, but I haven't really done any research. I've just been kind of screwing around today and not handling any political business. We'll do more research on it. Probably do a show on it Thursday, because it's becoming standard with people like that. It's becoming standard with people who want to just bleed out. Get rid of the Second Amendment. Well, if you don't have the Second Amendment, they get rid of the First Amendment, because the Second Amendment is what safeguards all the other amendments. So without that one, they start chopping away at the first, the third, the fourth, the fifth, all the way down the line. Until
This is what they did in Germany. They knocked on people's
exactly.
doors and said, "Give us your guns," because crimes have been committed and crimes will be committed with guns. So in order for your guns to be safe, give them to us. And this is what caused people to not have any way to defend themselves. And for the Supreme Court Justice, the former Supreme Court Justice, to say you should get rid of the Second Amendment, I think that's crazy. I mean, does he not realize what the alternative is?
See, that's just it. History isn't really being taught anymore in our schools. Okay. What's being taught is a revised history. They're being, they're very revisionistic, and they're not focusing on the actual, what happened in Germany when the Third Reich took over. When the Nazis took over, they weren't focusing on any of that. So what's going to happen is these idiots are going to whitewash and sanitize history so that we're doomed to repeat it, only this time it's going to be us that's having our guns taken door to door. Problem with that is Germany to this day still doesn't have their guns back. After World War II, they never bothered to vote giving their guns back. So now it's almost impossible to get a firearm in Germany. You have to go through like 5 different tests. You have to do 15 different hoops. You have to pay thousands of bucks to get a gun, to get a firearm. Just a hunt. God forbid if you want to get a weapon to defend your home. So it's just crazy. It's crazy crap. It's not going to happen here. There's 9.5 million of us 3%ers that aren't going to let that happen. Unlike in Germany, where they had nothing during when the Nazis took over. And here it's a bit different. There's 9.5 million of us. They're going to say, no, you can't have our weapons. Sorry. And we're not selling them back. So let them say they want to get rid of the Second Amendment. Knock yourself out. We're not going to allow it. We're not going to sign off on it. We're not going to allow the amendment to the Second Amendment to be abridged or infringed, period.
Nobody's going to take your guns, Patch. Calm
Welcome
down.
back, Lori. Welcome back, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Yeah, welcome.
Lori.
Just wanted to wish you a happy Passover season. You and
Right on.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, we had a really big surprise for Passover. My daughter's boyfriend, who is a lovely guy, just found out he was 85% Jewish. His parents were adopted, and he had no idea. And
both of them?
It was the mom's side. Her parents were adopted, and he found out that his grandparents were adopted out to the United States to save their lives from the Holocaust.
Wow.
He did what, 23andMe?
Yeah. And he's an Ashkenazi Jew, and he is going to spend his first Passover with us.
Awesome.
Easy.
How old is he?
Well, my daughter's boyfriend is 19. So
he gets the trip.
What?
The trip. You're entitled.
Yes, he does. Yes, he gets birthright.
So
yes,
he should go take the trip.
He's going to.
Oh, that's awesome.
In fact, he's the prime candidate for it because he knows nothing about Judaism. Nothing.
That's the ones they want to give the money
to. It is. Yes, all 4 of my kids went. They had the time of their lives. They really had it was wonderful. Great experience. And we're looking into having him go too.
Man, that's great.
So it's going to be a special Passover. We're doing it on Thursday instead of Friday. My husband has to work.
Wow, that's great. So he's going to need a lot of things. He's going to need to be bar mitzvahed.
He'll get bar mitzvahed while he's there, if he wants to be.
Awesome.
Yeah, they bar mitzvah or bar mitzvah everybody that goes. So it's nice.
How old is he?
19.
Oh, that's really cool. Great.
The heritage trip is wonderful. Everybody who goes that I know has
Yep.
a great time.
What an amazing revelation for him to realize that. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, his mother's very interested because it's her who found out she was Jewish, and the kid came out 85%, and the mother was from two adopted people that they thought were, they didn't know, and looks like they were running from Hitler, sending their kids on to be adopted out, which is sad, but I'm glad that they found out, and they're looking into other avenues of finding relatives, through the DNA and stuff. So, who might know a little bit more about their history? But it's interesting.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it kind of sounds it to me. I mean, it's quite something for when you figure that stuff out. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, my other friend, through the DNA testing, found out about found his brother. He was adopted, and they found his brother. And his brother thought he was dead all his life. He was told that the brother that was born died at birth.
Mm.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people have been doing, some YouTubers have been promoting those gene testing kits and stuff. So I guess there's something to that. They can track your ancestry genetically and see what it was. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't want to know,
We've done my husband so far. I haven't done me, but my husband, there was no surprises. So.
No, Crystal. Sorry, it's all coffee for me. I don't like chai tea. I have to have the coffee.
I've never been a tea drinker myself either. I just never really.
Me either. And I'm trying something new. It's a Secret Squirrel Vietnamese coffee, cold brew. Figured I'd give it a shot. It's not bad.
Yeah, let me show you this stuff I got, Pat. You might like this. Let me tell you this stuff.
And no, I haven't tried Black Rifle, Greg. Never heard of it, actually.
It's a company that is owned by veterans, and they put out their own coffee.
Not seen it here in SoCal.
You have to buy it online. Just look up Black Rifle Coffee Company online, and you can go get it.
Sweet.
Check this out, Patch. We have a local Asian store here, and as long as you're not there on Monday when they're racking the cat jerky, it's okay. If you go up other days, it's good. You can actually, with that feeling like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or do the rebound there. But they got this. Put myself on presentiment. They got this stuff called Vinacraft, which is really good. It's this Viet coffee, and it comes in these little packets, believe it or not.
Okay.
Pour it into your cup, and I'll tell you, it is really amazing. It's like $4, and you get like 25 of these things in here. So
that's not bad. That's not a bad price.
Try these this sometime if you like. I can't even go back to regular drip coffee anymore. I mean, I'm spoiled for this stuff.
Well,
man.
I got spoiled because of my Keurig. So right here, my Keurig, this is my lifeline for when I'm on the computer. But I have to go down to the valley and look for that. That actually might be pretty cool. Vina Cafe?
It's called Vina Cafe. It's called
Vina Cafe. It's an Asian coffee. Rosie's showing it right now.
Yeah.
It's an instant coffee mix. We have to go to the valley and check that out.
You got to check it out. It's really good. It's really tasty. It tastes better than any. It almost tastes almost as good as the coffee I had in New Orleans down there. It's amazing.
Right.
Great. Convenient.
Well, cool. I'll have to go look that up. I like convenient because I'm relatively lazy at times.
I don't know. Bergs just came in hot, loaded, and angry tonight, so I don't know what to do about that. Let him just go have his thing. I just don't like.
Hey, John. Hey, Joseph. I don't mind green tea. I'm just not for me. I just don't like it. I don't like how it tastes. Sorry. I did not do that. I did not get rid of Bergs. That was not me. Before I get accused.
He's going to do his own guitar.
Oh, he's not going to blame you, Patch. He's going to blame me. Everybody saw him leave on his own. He's going to blame me.
That's just like the other night, though. He left on his own, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured Lori would be like my nuclear option here.
You think? He's like that annoying little brother that you just want to kick the shit out of. I'm sorry. He would not have survived in my house with me when I was a kid.
yeah, me either.
No,
My parents would have killed him.
No.
My parents would have killed him. And
My
that's straight
parents
up.
wouldn't have had to. I would have.
You got to come on the hangout. You just got to let go. Like I say, I've been booted off my own panel.
I remember that.
I didn't freak out. I just laughed at, just laugh it off and come back the next week. You don't freak out about that stuff. I mean, it's really hard. Saturday night, you get 10 people on, people are drinking. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but everybody has fun. But when you start going after Vegas fixing and stuff,
I was just thinking that was the funniest thing, to see him chastise her for everything he does.
Yeah, for talking over people. Yeah.
I'm not letting anybody go after Vegas fixing like that.
No, I don't blame you. That was ridiculous.
But him telling her that she was talking over people, pot, kettle, black.
Yeah.
He seems to think that he has the ability to tell people what they should be talking about, and that he can critique my day if he had any clue what my day was like, or
Ellie,
what I would
get a
even
job.
be doing. Yeah,
Get a
he
job,
said
Ellie.
that to me since he arrived. He's like, "You need to get a job." I'm like, "Been there, done that." But I'm over it. He's like, "Why don't you work?" I'm like, "Why don't you get a hobby?" Apparently, sitting in the garage playing the guitar isn't hobby enough for one man. I think that's funny. If you ever leave the house, everybody who knows me, including Lori Green, goes, when you go out, you're not kidding. I leave the house. I go on treks.
I don't take my phone sometimes. I leave the house, I leave.
I don't have
nothing
any
here.
of this on my phone. Any of the social media shit on my phone. So when I'm gone, I don't want anybody bugging me.
Right, exactly. That's what I do.
Yeah, and now if you hear the Facebook thing about the data mining, they have the ability to call up every phone number you ever called and all your private messages. And people are freaking out.
Messenger so badly. We just got new phones, and I was like, we were setting them up, and I was like, don't put Messenger on my phone. He's like, you have to have Messenger. How will I get a hold of you? Text. Call me.
Call.
Screamed from downstairs, up to me. And what happened when
you can actually use phones to talk to people?
We do. We do. We call each other from a room away. We call each other.
Right on.
Yeah. I call. I like bellow.
Hey, Lori, I wanted to ask you a question.
I didn't do it.
No, you just
whatever it was, I didn't do it.
You moved there, you live there. When does it start? When does it really start to get hot in Vegas?
Well, intolerably hot. The end of June, July.
Okay.
Don't come here. I'm sending. In fact, we're sending my father back to New York for the hot months. It's nice. Now it's like cool but not cold. It looks like it's warmer by you than it is by me. You're walking around in a bathing suit outside, sunbathing.
We just go right from boom winter to just
right
summer here. But
we're spring now, for depending on the day. But we had a very mild winter.
So you would say
light jacket.
July, August, and September really.
There's a noticeable difference in temperature at the end of August. Although it is still very warm here in September, it's tolerable in September. Hot, but tolerable. Don't go anywhere in the end of June through July and up until like the first 2 weeks of August. Do not come here.
Yeah, because you know,
Unless you just want to smother and die.
because Rory was telling me when she was, up until last year or something, she didn't even have an AC in her.
No, she did not in her car. I don't know how she would pack herself in ice.
I mean,
That's dangerous. Like literally dangerous.
I mean, can you imagine that if you had to park on the street and then get in? It'd be like 150 degrees or more inside the car.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Easily. Even she was like that for a couple of years. More than a couple of years.
Okay.
Thank God she has a new car.
Nice to see you. I'm going to be gone about another half hour or so, and then I got to get up early tomorrow. But I wanted to have a little bit of a chat tonight. Maybe see if we get Berg's kind of settled down there. So maybe he'll be okay. He's off kind of sulking and playing his guitar. Hey, Marcel, man, nice to see you. Yeah. So, any other stuff coming up for you, Laurie? Do you participate in the craft fair circuit down in?
No.
Okay, is there one?
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. I don't sell my crafts. I don't. I used to sell gemstone guitar picks. I was really successful at it. They ran out of here before I could even make them. But that drove me nuts. It was worse than having like a real job when you get orders, and then it was just back then my shoulders went out, so I was like, no, not doing the crafting.
What were you making?
For money.
What were you making? Cutting
Gemstones into guitar picks.
Wow, that's a very heavy picks, huh?
No, actually, you use a very good stone. If you use certain stones, certain jaspers and stuff, you can get it really thin. I was able to make a 0.4, 0.3. Lower than that. I got into the 2s.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and also if you don't want to play with them, they're jewelry.
Yeah, so, what would you get for one of those? Had to take some time.
$40 to $60, depending on the stone I use.
And people bought the hell out of that, huh? They love that.
Oh Lord, yes. It was fun, but it was too much too much.
Well, what was the hardest part? Like grinding it or taking it down to
Well, I had a lot of different machines. First, you get the rough stone. You put it in it's called a slab saw. Then you use a trim saw. Then you use a grinders that take it down. I had some really cool equipment.
Wow.
So it wasn't that bad. I would be able to do 2, 3 in a day.
Yeah, the thing I enjoy you do is the coloring. I enjoy that.
I like that because it's just teaching and relaxing. Like I'll go on a hangout and nobody even knows I was filming the entire time, because I film in hyperlapse.
Right.
So you don't have my voice. You don't. I mean, I could just sit there and do it, edit the crap out of it, and throw it up online.
Enjoyed him. Rob says, "Is Lori from the Bronx?" Huh?
Yeah, close enough.
What are you from, Queens or Brooklyn?
Long Island.
Long Island. Okay.
Girl.
Close enough. You always got to put that hard G on Long Island, baby.
Yep.
Island.
She's from part of the boroughs that are rich. The rest of us were like living in Brooklyn and Staten Island, and yeah, if you go to Long Island, you got to have money.
You must have rubbed elbows with Ina Garten out there on that.
Remember Amy?
Don't tell me Amy Buttafuoco.
Fisher was my across the street neighbor. Like I lived that whole experience with her.
Oh man!
I knew her family. Was inside our house many times.
Yeah, Joey Buttafuoco, huh?
Yep.
Wow, you lived that, huh, Laurie?
I lived that. That was the street I lived on.
You had a lot of action on that street.
Yeah, for a 13-house street, that's what we had. We had cars for many years, all day long, just to look at the butt of the Fisher house.
Yeah, you were saying.
Years after she moved, they were still coming up and down my street looking for her house.
Oh yeah, that was big, man. That was huge on the news.
Yep.
That was absolutely enormous. Yeah, she was the Lolita. That was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Long Island Lolita. And she was, she was just this punk ass kid in high school. I used to see her walking up the street in these little hooker boots. I'd be like, oh my God, my kids are never going to dress like that. Just never, ever. And they never did, thank God.
Wear that.
Yeah, we used to call them fuck me Freddy boots.
Fuck me boots.
I was fortunate enough, just to tell the side chat, I was fortunate enough to meet Lori and her wonderful husband in person in Las Vegas. But Lori, I've never asked you, or maybe you told me, but I was too spoofed up, that drunk that night. But what took you to Las Vegas from, I guess, by way of New York?
Family is here. Like, we had, my husband's whole family was here, so we were like, we wanted to get out of Long Island because we needed an adventure. We had been on Long Island our whole lives. We were going into the second half of our lives, and it was a good time before my kids got into high school to make the move. And I wanted my kids to know my husband's side of the family better.
And Florida was full.
Yeah, well, Florida. We had a condo down in Florida at the same time as I had my house, and we used to go down there every year. And after a certain amount of years, we would like leave early. It's like, okay, we're done with this. Could we go home now? So we were like, no, I don't think we want to live here in a place we wanted to leave.
You know, I kind of get that idea too, that sometimes it's one of those things like it hits your fill level and that's it. You're not getting any more out of it. You know?
Right.
The idea of doing a whole winter, sometimes that spooks me a little bit. I mean, we were going to rent a place next like January, February, March, April down there. So now I'm kind of backing off a little bit to maybe a month or something. But what area were you in down there, Lori, your condo?
Lake Worth.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
that
that
thing meant. It's down near, not too far from Boca.
Okay.
Yeah, Boca's pretty happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. We enjoy being down there, but it's just, yeah, I don't think I would live there. Not year round, at least. In the wintertime, it's nice.
I'd rather, beach wise, I like the beaches in North Carolina better.
Oh, I loved Corolla Beach and all that. There was amazing over there.
And the rentals there are so cheap.
It's amazing. How can that be? I mean, I was on Nag's Head when I first moved here, just before I settled in May. We had a family reunion on Nag's Head. We were at Corolla Beach, and we were there almost June, but my goodness, Ellie, there wasn't hardly anybody on the beach at all, and the houses were nice, and it was like such the antithesis of Ocean City, Maryland, and all the craziness and lunacy.
There's no boardwalk. That's why.
Yeah.
There's no boardwalk.
No,
and the wonderful thing is you can grill. Every one of those rental houses has a grill in the back, and some have jacuzzis. You could be drunk and woo, and no one cares. They don't give a shit.
That reminds me of the Hamptons.
Yeah, the Hamptons, but Hamptons isn't like North Carolina rent. It's like $25,000 to rent a house.
Yeah, Lord.
No, it's not that bad. Oh, I want to ask you something, Rosie. Is Jen going to be okay with the humidity change? Because that's a big deal.
Yeah, we won't be there. We'll be out of there by like mid-April or something like that. So we're not going to be there in summertime. Probably just at the beginning. We'll probably be there February and March, and then that'll be it. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's her tolerance, what she could. I mean, even in the wintertime, it's more humid than.
Oh yeah, we're real dry out here. Like you and I are real dry out here.
Right.
But
that makes it more comfortable.
Yeah, but you remember she came out of Missouri, which was sweaty as hell. Like it was on the Missouri River and stuff. So it was she's used to high humidity. But I would think February and March, if I had to pick 2 months, it might be pretty darn nice to be in Florida. I'd probably take those two, maybe October, November too. But you think it's going to be that hot, February, March?
Down in Florida?
Yeah.
No, it'll be comfortable.
Florida's hot and sticky all year round. What are you talking about?
Well, I was just down there. It wasn't hot and sticky when I was down there, and
Yeah.
late February, early March was very comfortable.
Opinions vary.
Well, I was there.
Well, Marshall was saying it was hot as fuck in like January and February. What? He lives there.
Marshall farts and he breaks out in sweat. I'm just saying, okay? I mean, he does not.
Opinions vary. You can say it's not hot, but another person would say it's hot. You can't agree to that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to leave. I was working on my morning room, and I just made a quick post office run.
Your MOURNING?
Yeah, I was doing some wallpaper on my morning room.
Nobody has wallpaper.
Well, anything is an improvement over your basement.
Nobody has wallpaper.
Nobody has wallpaper. And if you see a house with wallpaper, I just don't know what to say.
Nobody has wallpaper anymore.
Nobody has wallpaper. What are you, a 60-year-old woman? Nobody has wallpaper.
Wallpaper in a house that's 20 years.
Yeah, Ellie, I'm a 65-year-old
had
housewife.
wallpaper in forever.
Wallpaper's long gone.
How you doing, Tara?
Good, Patch. Good to see you, and hello to Lori and Ellie and T-Berg.
Bergs. Well, we got Tara.
I figured I'd segue into Tara.
You're all lined for her return visit to the rancho. We're looking forward to that in an unannounced time and place, but we're looking forward to her.
Yeah, I'm probably going to make the flight reservation this Sunday.
That's great. That's great. Look forward to it for sure. I will be right back.
Was that what happened, Ari? It's so heartwarming when people go back to their channel to mouth me. I just love it. Makes me giggle.
Nothing.
Hey, Patch. I like to go to the gun range, and I like to shoot handguns. You like to shoot guns too, don't you?
Yep.
What's your favorite handgun?
357.
Which one? The GP100?
I like. Yeah, GP100 is not a bad piece, but I'm an older 357 fan. Why? Because you have no real worry about any sort of bullet being bad. You don't have to worry about jamming. I like revolvers, but I don't like clips because I don't have to worry about shit going south. Plus, with speed loaders, I can load just as quick. Pop, don't.
Okay, that's cool. I got a GP100 myself.
Nice. How much what did it set you back?
I got it used at the gun range for $599.
That's not bad. It's actually really not bad for a used weapon.
Cobalt blue, and San Diego's a little expensive, but I think I paid $549 or $599, something like that.
That's still not bad. I mean, in a lot of places, you can't touch that piece for under $1,000 new normally. So,
oh, yeah?
But I'm also an AR-15 fan.
That's what my daughter was shooting today. Good Lord. They went out to the gun range. My daughter's boyfriend, it was the first time they were using the gun. He's in the Army. let me just preface that he's in the Army. And my daughter shot that thing for the first time. And then she showed me, don't ever expect my daughter to be able to defend this nation. That's all I could say.
Yeah, Lori, you said that you got to fire that AR-15 too, right?
No, I didn't. I've never fired it. I got bad shoulders. I can't. I would be afraid of any sort of recoil. But my kids go to the range.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, so you were just holding the rifle, huh?
Yeah. Oh, did you see the picture?
No, but I overheard the hangout where you said you were holding it. Yeah.
No, I actually. It was the night I walked into the kitchen. I walked into the kitchen and there's an AR-15 sitting on my countertop. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna look badass." So I went out and got my coloring books, and I scattered the coloring books around the gun. And I was like one badass. I took a picture of it. I was like, "I'm a badass colorist." No one's gonna tease me about that anymore.
No, whose was it?
My daughter's boyfriend is in the army.
Oh, okay.
So he had his guns and stuff. He was cleaning them, and that's why I feel nice and safe.
Yeah, you're not one of those women screaming panic. There's a gun in my hand. You're used to it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not afraid of guns. I mean, I wouldn't want me to shoot at anybody. I can't see, and I have no upper arm strength. But they came back today. My daughter was awful. My daughter shot into the other. You know how like you have like the booth going straight that you're supposed to fire in?
Yeah.
My daughter shot into the one next door. Next up.
I had to go to the gun range after Christmas, and the guys with their teeny tiny Asian girlfriends, they put a 357 Magnum on there. Here, honey, try shooting this. And they go backwards and flipping backwards on the range or turning around. I got a jam in my gun. They're turning around. It's like, holy shit. The gal next to me last time I was out, she had a jam in her gun. She's handing it to me, and she's holding it, almost reaches my hand, and she clicks the trigger.
Oh, my God.
Thank God the thing just went click. I almost had a heart attack right there. I'm like, honey, sit the thing down on the table. Step back from the table. The range master will come and help you, because I've just popped a load in my pants here. You know? I didn't actually, but I felt like, this is like the end here. When you hear that big click, click. Luckily, she had a jam in that thing. So, man, oh man, scary stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I was afraid my daughter was gonna do. But let me tell you, her boyfriend, he hit the bullseye on that thing, like almost the entire time, like that he was shooting. I'm very up on the vernacular here.
No, that's good.
But
I mean,
it's good. He's defending us.
That's good. Yeah, you should be able to do that with a rifle. You should be heavy in the black on that thing. I mean, when I'm on the pistol, it's a different story. As long as you can get the basic frame of where a body would be, you're good to go on that type of thing. But that's a good rifle that they use. So, Patch and Goose, you're going at it. Huh?
Oh no, we're not going at it. I'm just explaining my.
I'd like to see you guys arguing about that on the side. Yeah, absolutely. The best home defense gun is a revolver, because it's never going to jam. It's never going to have any. It's always going to fire for you. It's no screw ups, no nothing. As long as your ammo's not been sitting underwater for 3 years.
Right. As long as you don't have bad ammo, it's for me a revolver. Best way to go.
Foolproof defense. Absolutely. Anyway, guys, Tara, I hate to say it, honey, you just got on, but I'm going to let the internal go. Y'all can hang and stuff, and
That's okay.
Okay, yeah, because I'm still got to be up early tomorrow, but I promised people I would come on tonight. So, Lori, I'm very honored you came on tonight. It's always a pleasure.
Well, thank you for having me.
I hope you have a wonderful Passover. Your story was great about that 19-year-old. I hope you have a wonderful.
Yeah, and you. Well, we'll see each other before the end.
Yeah, best to
be around
your husband too, and tell him I said.
Yes.
And Ellie, thank you, sweetie, for coming on tonight. and Greg Campbell, as usual, my shock absorber.
And juice.
And juice. Don't forget juice.
I get the juice. I'll get the juice. Just saying, Greg is my main shock absorber. He's like when the subway runs to the end and it's a runaway and it hits the rubber things on the back. Boom. Good night, Jenny. Greg's the one that takes the big shocks.
Yeah. I'm used to it. I roll with the punches.
Matt, thanks for being on, man. I'm honored whenever you're on the.
I appreciate you having me, Rosie.
You are a top
Same for
flight.
everybody
Thanks,
else.
Chat, Jinxie and Jenny D and Ellie, Joe over there, and Lindy was on earlier. All you guys that hit the side. Jeff T. Rowe, thank you for being on. Juice, as usual, thank you for being the mod with the mostest on there. And I will see you guys around. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Take care.